Hello, today I'm going to teach you Nearpod. Nearpod is a multimedia interactive presentation. Before you begin, you'll need to go to nearpod.com and create an account. And you'll also need to make sure that you've created a PowerPoint and saved it to your desktop as a PDF. So once you've created an account, you're going to go ahead and log in. And when you sign in, it will bring you to this page. You have three options. You can create, you can engage, or you can assess. So I'm going to go ahead and create first, and you'll notice that I already have some presentations in Nearpod. So if I want to create a new presentation, I'm just going to go to this plus button and click New Presentation. And I have a PowerPoint that's already saved, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag the file in here. And I'm going to go ahead and upload it, and sometimes it takes some time, but it's telling me that the presentation has been saved and that it's processing. So now that it is finished processing, you'll notice that I have a presentation here. It says machines making things that work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select it. This is actually the first slide, and it's giving me the option to I can add text to it, I can add image, I can add audio to it, I can delete it, or I can save it. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of here just to show you some of the options. Alright, so this is my slide presentation. It's machines, and it is a PowerPoint, and I have 56 slides. So what makes this interactive is I can click this blue plus sign, and I can add an interactive feature. So I can add a new slide, I can add a slideshow, I could do a poll, I could add open-ended questions, I could add a quiz, videos, I can have the student draw a picture or label steps, and I can even add a web page. So I'm going to show you how to do a web page really quick. So I'm going to click web page. Right now Nearpod is free. This is a free trial offer. Obviously you can upgrade. So I'm going to just click continue free. I have a YouTube video up here on Simple Machines, so I'm going to go ahead and capture the web address and the URL, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there. And you click save, and now I have my new interactive piece down here. And then I'm free to move it around wherever I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up here towards the top. Let's see. You can move it around wherever you want it. The first part goes into the history, and then we'll add it right here. Okay, so once I've done that and I've made all the enhancements, I can click done. And then what it's going to want me to do is, it says in order for it to show up you have to publish it, so I would say yes. Alright, so once it is published, it will show up in your presentations, and it will have this little blue bar and it will say published. So I'm going to take you to a published PowerPoint that I have. I'm going to go ahead and click this one. I'm going to click open, and it shows you all the interactive features. This one is on Introduction to Engineering Design, and I have a quiz in there, and I have a draw it, and I have web pages. So once we do this, how do we have our students log on and use this presentation? So we can go to click my presentations, and again it brings you back to the presentations, and if we want to engage, we'll come up here and click the engage button, and it brings you to your library, or in this case, my library. So these are all my published pieces that I have, and I have some other ones available here. Nearpod also gives you a store that you can go to, and you can purchase PowerPoint presentations that have already been done, and you can also browse. So here's some other ones that the other presentations that they have that you can browse upon. There's, I know this one is free, so if I select it and then I click free, I can download it, and it will download, and then I can go back to my library, and there it is, it'll show up. So now that everything's downloaded, we want to make this interactive and presentation for students to see it. So I'm going to choose the Introduction to Engineering Design, and then I'm going to click Live Session. So when it goes to Live Session, up here at the top, you're going to get a pin. And this is where the students are going to go, and when they're going to go to nearpod.com, and they can use a tablet, they can use a computer, they can use desktop, laptop, and then they can also use their iPad. So what we would do is I'm going to show you, you would go back to Nearpod, you would join the live session, and then you would enter the PIN to join. And I have done that on my iPad, so you'll be able to see when I go ahead and log in. So we can go through the show. The teacher has control. It says it's going to come up with your student list, and I'm going to go ahead and add myself in. And here in a second, you'll notice that I am now logged in. And then we can go through the PowerPoint. So the teacher again has control, but the student has the device at hand, and they can look at the PowerPoint as the teacher's going through it. So I'm going to kind of move us ahead here, and I'm going to take us to the role of the engineer, and then this is, you would click the share, and what it does is it gives us real-time assessment. So on the iPad, it's asking me the question, if I'm the student, ready to take a quiz, and I'm going to click go. And it's asking me a question, what is the role of an engineer? And is it to be just like a scientist, design new products, save problems, or to meet a human need? So I'm just going to just click an answer. I'm going to pick a wrong one. And then it's asking me a next question, which activity would an engineer do but not a scientist? So I'm going to click a correct one, build prototypes, and then click next. So when I click next, it's going to submit my answers. And here on the screen, you'll notice that I've got one answer of the two questions. I've got one answer correct and one answer wrong. But then it says we got 100%. So, okay, so obviously I've got the answer's incorrect, but this shows you as a teacher that maybe your student's not getting a concept. So I want to just kind of show you some other interactive pieces here. This one here would take us to a YouTube video, and I could push it out to share, and then the video would come up for the student. So those are just some ways that you can make Nearpod interactive. If I click this button up here, it allows us to upgrade. I can log out, I can recommend it. If I click this button here for Nearpod, it allows me to share on the web, it allows me to create reports, and it allows me to go to my library. So do I want to select another presentation? I could click yes, and I could click back here, and then there's other presentations that I could click on. So I hope you enjoyed Nearpod, and I hope this will be useful to use in your classroom. I currently use this with my students, and they are a lot happier when we sit down to go over PowerPoints because they're interactive versus the teacher just clicking the PowerPoint and then reading. So I hope you enjoy.